Watch out! Watch out!
It's possibly the most picturesque live firing range the British Army has. Overlooking the sea and surrounded by rich farmland, this is the individual battle skills range at Pila, just down the road from the poachers' base at Decalia. Today, troops from C Company are here preparing for their trip to Egypt, in particular making sure they're qualified to act as range staff, overseeing live firing training with the Egyptian Army.
It's going to be pretty austere initially, so we're a few hours from Alexandria out into a fold that the advanced party is going to go out and build. It'll be tented accommodation with camp cots, so it's not the worst, and essentially it sort of adds to the atmosphere of the exercise. We're keeping the guys they are infantry soldiers at the end of the day, and they need to be comfortable in uncomfortable conditions in order to remain effective.
The exercise is taking place in the desert of northern Egypt, and for many of these soldiers this will be their first venture into the Middle East.
There's definitely a gap, not necessarily with operational experience, especially at corporal level. They're still very competent soldiers and sort of eager at the bit to get out on deployment, but they just seem to have missed the end of comp operations in Iraq and Afghanistan. So we try and make the most of overseas exercises, especially when dealing with partner forces, so the Egyptians in this case.
While the poachers are being trained as range staff, the soldiers firing actually come from a different unit, the Royal Gibraltar Regiment, known in the British Army as the Barbarians. Half a dozen of them are heading to Egypt alongside the poachers, but first they need to be certified on the firing range.
So it's getting the guys firing from individual pieces of cover like you find in the urban environment or strewn across the battlefield. Then they're practicing going forward from going down as an individual to going down as a pair, then finally through to a fire team today.
Hold your working parts in the rear.
The Royal Gibraltar Regiment can trace its history back to the 1720s. During the Second World War, it manned anti-aircraft guns against Italian and Vichy bombers. It became a light infantry unit in the 1990s, nowadays both defending the Rock and deploying soldiers around the world.
So each year we go to Morocco. We also have short-term training teams, commitments to the Gambia, and also deployed troops to the UN peacekeeping school in Chile.
This exercise will last a month and also involve troops from 4 rifles, currently the British Army's designated Specialised Infantry Battalion for the Middle East and North Africa. A chance to experience an austere environment and train to fight alongside a foreign army.